If only you knew the
Mm-hmm.
type of shit we talk about before we hit record on
That
this show.
that's the pod before the pod. Pre-pod.
Mike and I had to start monetizing the pod before the pod because we were like, there's stuff we're talking about in here before the show starts that's like a lot of fun.
It seems not to talk about another pod too much on a pod, the pre-pod podcast.
We're doing a pod.
It seems like James is killing it for you guys.
Dude, James is great.
Seems like he's
James,
good vibe to the tribe.
let me talk some hard shit about Kevin Plackey really quick. No, I'm kidding.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show.
Dude, Kevin's so buff now.
Yeah, he is.
Dude,
He's been he's just climbing rocks all day. Like a monster.
All right. So what have I been doing this past week, other than working a lot, which is a thing that I do? Every moment outside of that has been spent trolling the halls and defeating the denizens of Silk Song.
Oh man, we have to talk about this because I can't do it. Dude, I gave up on fucking Hollow Knight.
It's so good.
I know.
It's challenging, and maybe it speaks to my like dexterous pattern recognition of my youth when I was a gamer. I think all Hollow Knight is, all Silk Song is at the end of the day is pattern recognition. It's hard pattern recognition, but it's just like Mike Tyson's Punch Out on super advanced mode.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember? Did you play? Do you remember? Did you play Cuphead?
Oh yeah, loved it.
Do you find Cuphead was harder than these games?
No, I think this game is much harder than Cuphead.
Silk Song.
Yeah. And it's so, dude, that's the thing about it. I was like basing off of my run with Hollow Knight back in the day. By the way, everybody, Hollow Knight and Silk Song are amazing independent games that have come out via, I think they were fundraised at first, group funding. And then Hollow Knight came out, what, 6 years ago? 10 years ago?
Yeah, dude, like 7 years ago. And it took 7 years to make the sequel. How crazy is that?
And here's the thing, though, is that I'm figuring out why, because I ran through Hollow Knight earlier this year. I was like, I got to play it again because there's a million reasons why. The difficulty and the reward, difficulty versus reward when you accomplish something is so good in the game, but it's also just so beautiful and atmospheric.
It's beautiful.
And the lore created in it is amazing.
Yes.
So okay, I got the time. I'm going to be able to kind of pump out Silk Song pretty quick. Dude, I think it took 7 years because I think the game is like 5 times as big. It won't stop.
I guess that's true. It just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, it's like I keep thinking I'm almost done, and then I thought I was done, and then it goes to black, and then it fades up and goes Act 2. And I'm like, what the
Yeah, but talk about getting bang for your buck. Like that's something that's a rare thing these days in games.
$20, homie.
Yeah, dude. Like I love that part of it. That part of it makes me really happy and I was just excited as everybody else was about Silk Song coming out because I loved Hollow Knight and I sang its praises and I really got into it with people about how beautiful it is. Just everything you just said. It's gorgeous. It's well made. It's all those things.
Immersed.
But I didn't beat it the first time.
Oh, really?
It came out. No. And I took my time with it. And I actually stopped playing because I think I got to the last boss.
Okay.
The Hollow Knight and the first one. And
you're like right there. You're at the end.
I'm right there, and it's funny because like it had been so long since I had played it that I turned on the game, and I don't know if you're like this or I don't know how many people are like this, but I play so many different fucking games, and I mostly play Fortnite, but now I'm like, dude, we could talk about games for a second because now I'm playing Diablo 4.
Ooh, you're going down.
And then Diablo 4, what was I playing before Diablo 4 for a little bit? Something else, but
yes.
So anyway,
punching sack.
just hitting my balls, just slamming my bedroom door into my balls. But so
Leave him alone. He's exploring his body. It's fine.
yeah, you
Fine.
can't
Just
tell me
look
what
at
to
his
do. But
arm,
hey,
bruh.
my body, my choice. Right, right, Joe?
My body, my choice.
Oh my God. Some people do like I don't intentionally seek these out, Joe, but every once in a while I'll see a video where there's something like that going on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is the like, okay, sure, pain and pleasure, there's like a whole connection psychologically,
Hey,
whatever.
Hellraiser, it's all connected.
Hellraiser, but like there's what at what point are you like there's got to be a breaking point?
Yeah, it's when your testicle explodes.
Is that what they're all working
Ooh,
towards?
ooh, it's like
Is that the
literally
goal?
feeling it right now, and I don't like it.
The goal is to get as close to exploding your balls as you possibly can without actually
Ooh, I
exploding them.
got to 98% explosion threshold
but
today.
but how do you know? How do you know? I don't want to like I can't do it. Anyway, we don't kink shame on this show actually, okay? And that's something you guys have known for a very long time.
Pain shame a little bit. I don't need it.
We do pain shame. But anyway, I don't know if you're like this, Joe, or if anybody listening is like this. But what I'll do with a game is if I love a game but it's too hard or I lose interest in it and I don't get to beat it, and I step away and play some other games, I can't just go back into the game and like go back to where I was and
Oh,
then
you have to
continue
start
from
it
there.
over.
I have to start over at least for a bit until I get the controls
I'll get it.
down. And so I kind of just was like, fuck it. The new game comes out in like 3 weeks or something. And so I did. I started a new game and in Hollow Knight, and I was like, and Silk Song was coming out in like 3 weeks, and so I jumped into Hollow Knight and started from the beginning, and I played for as long as I could, and then I got to a point where I was like, dude, the first boss is fucking ridiculously hard. The like when you fight Hornet or whatever her name is for the first
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and I like Haley like would walk into the room and see me and like the look on my face, like she's just like, why are you doing this to yourself? And it got to a point where I wanted to like, I think I told you this. I felt like I had so much anger in me that I would be able to snap the Nintendo Switch in half. And I thought about doing it. I
I
thought about
do
doing
find I do find when I play the game, I will I I understand the journey that I'm getting into, but I know when it starts to get to me, and I'll just go after dying for the 50th time on a boss that I'm trying to learn. I'll go. My kids will laugh at me, and then I just put it down and I walk away. Like you have to take breaks from these damn games for sure. But this is
Yeah.
like for what I think the retro gaming aspect of it and how I grew up getting good at these type of games is for me. But like I know this is a similar experience for people that like really like Dark Souls, which I
Yep.
tried into for 2 seconds and just didn't. So I
Yep.
get it. Each their own.
But there's this for these particular developers. What is the name of the developers that made Hollow Knight?
Cherry.
What is it?
Team Cherry.
Cream Cherry?
Team
Team
Cherry.
Team Cherry. Okay. um they to me it feels like because I do like the idea of these game developers that make these incredibly difficult games, where they make the games they want to make, and they don't. It doesn't market research and QA testing or whatever. Like getting like people to come play and tell them it's too hard. Like that stuff doesn't matter to them. They just want to make a game that they're like, this is for the best, the best. This is for the people that don't give up, and for the people that like the reward of defeating a boss that takes 15 real life minutes to beat with patience and all of that is the goal of the game. Is like we want, and it is that reward you get for beating a boss after 2 hours or whatever is like it's incredible. But the negative side of that is that it affects your life. It makes you angry, and it makes you angry for like a few hours after playing it, and I don't think that's okay. and
Mm.
and obviously that's a me thing because like dude, I'm jealous of people that can play a game that pisses them the fuck off and then they can turn it off and the piss off feeling goes away because they're done with it. I
Piss
it,
off.
yeah, the piss off feeling I get from it doesn't just go away. I need to like go outside and like
Yeah.
take deep breaths and like not talk to any, like if someone wanted to like go like, "Oh, Steve, like, can you help me do the dishes?" Like right after trying to beat a boss that I tried for an hour and couldn't do it, it would be like, "No, fuck you. I'm not doing that. No, fuck." Like I just can't. And so I realized that that's not okay. And it's not okay to be that mad at a game that it affects your life and you're mad in your life. So I had to just like fucking give it up, dude. I had to give it up. And not just because of the way that it made me feel, because really the reward of feeling so good after beating a boss didn't really it didn't really uh satisfy the overall thing of like feeling like absolute shit if I can't do it.
You're being a self-reflective big boy, and I really
Yeah, I am. I
you make
am.
personal choices, and you're a big fucking pussy.
Dude. And you're not a real gamer and you should stop playing video games and learn something else. Dude, this is my impression of what happens when I beat one of those bosses that I've been trying so hard to beat. This is what happens to me. You ready? This is exactly what happens. So I'll be like, fuck. Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. I did it. Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, now clean up all the semen.
My girlfriend will come running downstairs and be like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" I'll be like, "I finally beat it. I
Did it, I beat it.
finally beat it.
I beat the slug with the sword. I beat the slug with the sword.
And it's like exhaustion, dude. It's
I will
exhaustion.
I will contend that when I do beat a boss or a moment in that game, it is very rarely. Yes, it is
No,
always.
it's rarely yes.
I'm still on edge. I'm like, okay, how's this game gonna screw me? What's it gonna send at me now?
Dude, and then the worst feeling is too is once you do it in Hollow Knight, especially for example, like I don't know about other games, but in Hollow Knight you'll beat this fucking boss, you'll be down to one fucking like life,
Mhm.
and then it doesn't give you like a save game or like a "you did it, next world" kind of thing. It literally is just like, nope, you just go in the next room and it's time for more
Move on.
torture. And you go to the next room and there's all these fucking enemies that are impossible to evade and impossible to like what like, and then you die right after killing the fucking boss. And dude, I had this moment of anxiety because these games are a little different. Like I think if you beat a boss, it like even if you die, it
It's
like
dead. It's dead.
it's dead.
Yep.
But if you beat enemies and you die, the enemies respawn, like the not boss characters respawn.
Yeah. Yeah. The little minions.
The minions, yeah. And I just like, dude, it's just too fucking much, man. I can't do it. So I came to the conclusion that I might buy Silk Song just to support the indie developer. I don't need to anymore. I don't
Power
even
of the
need to throw
purse, baby. We were talking about this earlier. Sometimes you cancel things that might be supporting fascist regimes, and then sometimes you give $20 to an independent gaming company that gives you anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking like, but at this point I feel like my contribution would not even touch the success they've already
Yeah, but
received.
you feel good about helping them out. You feel good
For
about
sure. And it's $20. It's like, what was I gonna do with that? Buy one chicken, 99-cent chicken sandwich from Burger King that's now $20?
Oh my God, it's crazy. Here's the okay, so
Or
we'll
a nightmare. It's a
nightmare
nightmare.
time. Last points on Silk Song. Beautiful game, super challenging. It's so in depth, so big. It just keeps going and it keeps going. I think they upped the ante. If you are not wanting to get through the Hollow Knight bosses, man, they do some frustrating things. And
I can't do it. I've heard that there's enemies that take away 2 health
oh yeah,
points now.
there's that, but there's also like the boss rumbles that they're doing. It isn't just like single boss. That's like here's 2 of those things at once, a lot, and you're just like, good.
Like And dude, and Joe, something we're not even talking about, like the Metroidvania of it. Like you've heard about the Metroidvania. Have we talked about that here?
Metroidvania, in general, I think might be my secret favorite genre. I
I
love.
mean, it's fun. It's fun to explore shit, especially when the world is beautiful and well made. Like it's not even a daunting thing because I understand some people find it daunting.
The whole underground aspect of it and the world building that is part of this journey is very reminiscent of Metroid on SNES.
Totally. And you'd get lost and you'd have no idea where the fuck you're going. You just have to like backtrack through rooms you've been through already. And there's some part of my gaming DNA that like loves that because we grew up with shit like that for sure. But the thing with Hollow Knight is that, and I'm sure you know about this and you've read about this, or maybe we've even talked about it, but there's the boss battles that take like 13 real life minutes to get back to when you die.
That is the most frustrating part, is sometimes you are so far away and you have to just traverse right back to where
Yep.
to die in 2 seconds to learn
Yep.
part of the pattern.
Like you die more off like you die so fast. And
I
then
was
you have to
thinking
go
about it.
like you just like I cannot like that's an unfair design.
But that's the point, right? It's the same with Dark Souls. It's this the point of the game is the struggle to a bit. The point of the game, like whether or not you enjoy that struggle or that anxiety or the panic attacks that come with all that, it's an active choice. So it'd be
For
different.
sure.
It'd be different if like the game design was just like flawed, but these battles are they are programmed to perfection to the millisecond. It
For
is
sure.
crazy how precise they are and how precise you have to be. Like it's an art in and of itself. So is it
For sure.
yes, but it's like an unfair that you're signing up for.
It's incredibly rewarding. And for some people that reward is enough and the challenge like and for me it's like I love a challenge in a game that costs like $60 because it's like the last thing I want is to just be able to breeze through this and then finish it and then be like what the fuck happened to my $60-$70, you know?
Mhm.
And so I like there's a scale for me that's like if it's hard enough that it takes me like a month to beat it, then that's fine. But if it's so hard that I play for a month, am not even halfway through the game, have to take a break because it's like frustrating, like I can't do it, and then come back and try it again, and then realize, oh no, this is just too hard to ever beat for me. Like I literally need like let's just start a service called Big Brother Gaming Big Brother or something. Gaming
Gamer
old
hugs.
yeah. Older brother gamer that you could just like can you come help me beat this
Yeah, yeah,
boss?
yeah. That's
And then
fun.
you get like $20
Shows
and
up in a Camaro.
yeah, some guy just comes over. He's like, "All right, where are you at? Oh, I know exactly where you're at. Oh, what? You didn't have this selected? Oh, dude, you weren't even using this fucking charm. That's the charm you need to use." And then you just go like, and then beats it, and then leaves, and then
Yeah.
like,
Punches you in the arm, idiot. Goes.
yeah. I've talked about how envious and frustrated I get with your gaming abilities. Like I talked about it on a stream recently too, and I was just like, Joe, can you just like, yeah, you are unfairly good at shit like
Ooh,
this.
somebody needs to start a Twitch and ignoring his family.
Yeah, I think you do because I think you could do these run throughs. Because what's the longest it's taken for one of these bosses to beat one of these bosses for you?
I mean, some of them a bit, but I'm also stubborn, so it's like I'm getting this right now.
Yeah. And you, dude, and the thing with these games and also the FromSoft games, Dark Souls and Elden Ring, is that you'll be playing for like 15 real minutes in this boss battle, and you'll just be like, the boss is like life bar is like that after being like this,
Ugh.
and you're just like you're doing the patterns, you figured it out, you're
Like, I'm
like
just gonna
doing it.
end this now, and then it fucks you.
Yes, dude. You get to that point where their bar is like that, and you're like, fuck it. Fuck the pattern. I'm so sick of this fucking boss. And you go in, you try to get that extra hit. You try to get that just that one little extra hit, and it's like your brain is telling you, don't fucking do it, man. Take your time and be patient, and then you get fucking killed, and then the controller goes onto the ground faster than it should.
Uh,
And then you break your favorite mug.
there are times in this game it's like it's less the boss moments and you'll die randomly, but you will not have saved
Oh,
like 15 minutes of going from point A to point B. And then that's when I get the most upset. And then I just go, nope. And I put it down and I walk away.
you're talking about how your last save point was
Yeah.
a bench that was like 6 worlds away.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like it's like why it's at that point I have to pause and think about how hard my life is in
Oh, oh God.
how hard it is to survive
So funny.
into our 50s, into our 40s, how hard it is to find a path that will lead to comfortability in your 40s, in your 50, into your 50s and 60s, and then think about how hard the game is, and then I'm like, why am I living another hard life on top of this hard game?
Why am I throwing glass on the ground
Yeah.
across this path of
Yes.
misery?
Yes. I
It's just at the end of the day, it's so beautiful. The game design is next
for
level.
sure, for sure.
If Cuphead got a television show that I was disappointed with, can I get just a really well done Hollow Knight, like 7 episode arc in this world, building up like all of the drama between the overlord versus the plebeian coming through the ranks. It's just so good. It's
Well, Joe, it's funny that you mentioned that because I haven't really considered, but the amount of money the game has made, the amount of money both games have made combined, that definitely has gotten. There's no way it hasn't gotten the attention of
probably been thrown
studios
around. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be dope.
because it's that amount of money. It takes that amount of earnings for somebody else to be like, well, this
There's
is this is this is an investment. This is something we could. This is at least we know that there's money in this
there's more
product.
money on the vine.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we get it?
Exactly. There's money on the table
Mm-hmm.
that they're not taking if they don't do something with it. And honestly, dude, I would be so happy if they did some kind of like, sure, do a series, make it seasons, and just go through the stories of both games because I'm never gonna fucking beat them. And I'm not gonna watch someone on YouTube beat them. So give me the fucking like animated like adventure movie version that just does all the things I would have seen and done in the game, but just I could just sit there and watch it.
Ooh, speaking of game movies, how happy were you to see the little and hear the Mario Galaxy flare up at the
It's
end of
pretty
the
cool, man.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's a little Jumpy the Shark for me. What I mean by that is like already going to space.
I agree.
Don't we deserve that for like 3 or 4? Um,
I agree.
without introducing Yoshi yet. So it'll be interesting to see if we're gonna get Yoshi down on planet Mario Earth, or if they go to another planet and Yoshi's an alien, which would
Oh, interesting.
crazy choice.
They have done things. They kind of like have taken liberties with the game in the movie, right? Like it feels to me
Little, but not much.
like is like the Cranky Kong being the king of the Donkey Kong Kingdom. Is that like a thing in the world, in the game world?
Not quite sure it went that
That's
deep.
what I'm thinking. Like I don't know. Maybe dude, there's so much lore already in the games that they don't
Yeah.
really give a shit about. It doesn't
But we're
really
probably gonna see Rosalina.
see for sure, and that must be what it is because they're like, we need to get more girls in this shit. So like, what do we do? And they're like, well, there's Rosalina and there's fucking what's her name,
Pauline,
Pauline. Well, Pauline, but then who's the yellow the other Peach?
Daisy.
Daisy, and we haven't gotten Daisy yet, dude. I agree, Joe. I think we're like, I think going to space should be like the third even.
Like we could have Mario worlded a little bit more in
Yeah.
the NES, like go to all the different like nations. But
Yes.
I guess they kind of did that though, because they did it with the Penguins, they did it with Donkey Kong.
I mean, you could do you could have it be a Yoshi thing. You could have it. I mean, it's probably one of those things where they've gone back and forth with where the story goes, but with the because the Yoshi egg was in the post credit scene
Mm.
of the first one,
Yep.
and it's in their like real, it's in their like New
Is it
York,
is it an alien? Who knows?
but I mean it's in the place where they went to the pipe, so it must have come out of a pipe,
It was in
and
the space between worlds. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it makes me like to me it was like you could the next movie could just be Yoshi like in the real world in New York, and
Hmm.
then the Mario Brothers having to kind of like, chase off after Yoshi and get Yoshi, and then the last half could just be like another fucking Bowser thing, like bring in the Koopalings, and
Well, Koopalings too. Yeah, it could get bloated really quick if they try to like keep everything. Do you think Yoshi will have a voice?
I don't think it should, but I bet they will.
It'd
It'll
be
be like Bill
very
Hader or something.
That'd be funny if they gave him a deep voice, but it could get very Jar Jar-y real quick if you have to hear like that old school Yoshi voice that they used to use.
I know, I know. I guess that's true. Yoshi, like, but just make it, yeah, make it a minion.
Mm.
Make it Pluto, make it whatever, make it this thing that makes sounds and says things but doesn't really speak. Like that's the move.
But man, I tell you, once you heard that, do 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 do
I
do,
know.
it
It's
did.
good. It's good. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, and but like, yeah, like the purist, the old school Nintendo purist nerd, like boomer in me wants like them to follow the game
Mhm.
stories and just fucking go full Mario 2 for the sequel because like
They
fuck
were
it.
they were so good at doing little Easter eggs throughout that movie that I wonder if they will drop any of the lore from Super Mario Brothers 2. It's like, will there be a poster of Wart or
Right? Like, yeah, like
like,
Wanted.
do we see Birdo walking by in the background of
Why
some,
not?
that'd be really, really cool if they had a little bit of it. Because Super Mario Brothers 2, still, for me, one of my favorite gaming
Dude,
experiences.
it's one of the ones I go back to more than any of the other ones.
Yeah. So fun. It's
Like,
different.
yeah.
Love it so much.
And even though Mario World and like Mario 3 are like no notes perfect games,
Mhm.
Mario 2 just like is such a black sheep weirdo of the series. It's just like it's so funny to me how Nintendo certainly they did just make a straight up sequel to Mario Brothers, but it was way too hard for Americans.
It was originally called Silk Song.
Yeah, could you what's the point? What's that? Where did that come from?
Doesn't
But
make sense.
they made like a straight up Mario Brothers sequel that was exactly Mario 1 again, just
That
like harder.
turned into the Lost Levels later
And
on.
turned into Lost Levels, but it was like too hard, and so they were like, we can't release this game, so they just reskinned some game that they were already working on.
They reskinned Doki Doki Panic.
Right, which is such a bizarre choice, but
Yeah.
like it ended up being, I mean, I'm sure it made like a fuck ton of money. Let's find out how much Mario 2 made.
I mean, man, the cover of the game box was so cool, iconic. He had that turn up. What's interesting is how much lore came out of a game that was reskinned that stayed constant with the series since. Shy Guys, Ninjas,
Yep.
Birdo. Birdo
Mm-hmm.
came out of the game. And they're just like super mainstays now.
Yep, and there's a few things that yeah, like even that like desert thing with all the circles, the like worm
Oh, yep.
desert guy, like those guys came back. Like there's a lot. It's so interesting, but we never saw Big Boss Wart ever again.
Never, because it was in a dream.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Mhm.
Or was it,
Oh,
Joe?
Mauser would still be cool. I'd love to.
Mouser! I forgot about Mouser.
Mauser was so 80s for all
His
the
sunglasses.
yeah, he had cool sunglasses and he threw bombs.
Yeah.
The part
That guy was a pain in the ass.
he made it into the television show.
That's
Mauser.
right. Mm. But I'm seeing here Mario Brothers. Oh no, that's the Mario Brothers movie. But this is crazy. The Mario Brothers movie grossed $1.36 billion.
Is insanity.
Billion, Joe.
They'll make these till we die at this point. But here's the thing. I would say deserved. They nailed it. They knocked it out of the
For
park.
sure.
They made a watchable movie, a
I
rewatch
mean,
that is
but
like from start to finish a good time.
No, they did. You're right. You're right. But there was that time leading up to it where they just kept announcing things, and then you were like, "Oh, really? Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong? Okay,
Then he nailed it. Like I loved
yeah,
him as Donkey Kong. Like he was
yeah."
great. It just
And then
it
it was like the Princess Peach design. Are you sure? Are you sure that's what she's gonna look like? Really? Yeah, all right.
was fun.
And there was just all this shit, and then the Chris Pratt announcement initially too,
Yep. But all that did was lead to a bunch of curiosity and free
for
press.
sure.
And Chris Pratt was serviceable beyond all belief. Didn't bother me at all.
He's fine. He's fine. Like I don't like the little Mario-isms he tries to do in it because those feel forced, but everything else felt like pretty okay.
Yeah. Even Charlie Day as Luigi, like it all just kind of worked. Like it was fine.
Dude, here's something I want to share with the audience who maybe love that movie a lot and really love it to the point where they could watch it whenever and it's just like one of their favorite movies. There's a version of this movie, I think it's the Japanese version, that doesn't have all the fucking needle drops.
Yeah, yeah. It's the actual like game music,
It's the
right?
game music, and it's like scored like with an orchestra, which we've heard a billion times, all the Mario music.
Don't like
But it's
take on me
so
while they're
cool.
driving their car.
Yeah, I love that song that I already love.
Yeah.
And when I hear it, it makes me happy, and it feels like they're using that as a way to be like, here you go now, feel happy. Really, here's a little. It's like the movie injects a little dopamine into you right there.
Yep.
Um, it's fine, but the score, the original score of the movie is like fucking incredible. And there is a version of the movie you can find if you look on the high seas, I think, where
Pretty
they
funny.
recut all the music in.
Where the
What's that?
movie that it's pretty funny where the movie studios in Japan they're just like give Americans their dumb
Yeah, give them their yeah, give them their
give them a
candy.
little candy. They'll love it. They're just gonna love that 80 to them. And
But
then
you
all
know it's
meanwhile, like you said, just big, beautiful orchestrated versions of these songs like being created for this fucking amazing.
right. It's like, do we want to give the nostalgia like injection to the gamers, or do we want to give the nostalgia injection to the world, like the world that doesn't give a shit about the fucking water level music being in the movie?
Yes. So good. So
But
good.
we love it. It's so funny. In Japan, they're like, no, and we want this version. And,
Mhm.
there must have been some executive at Universal that was like watching a cut of the movie. It was like, can we throw some Take on Me in here, or like Welcome to the Jungle? Oh, what about Welcome to the Jungle when we go to Donkey Kong World?
Everybody loves Guns N' Roses still, right? Right?
Everybody. Okay, so check this out. Super Mario Brothers 2, the version released internationally.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting because I wonder if Nintendo just doesn't release like money, like value. They
I've
don't attach like a value number to it.
definitely seen lists because I would do these type of things at React of like
Well,
the
I don't see like a money value, but I see a copies sold, which is something that seems more classy, like from Nintendo. But it says 7.46 million copies.
yeah. So are we looking at that Wikipedia article? Same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The crazy part is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the fifth best selling NES game of all time, behind Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Tetris.
That's crazy, man. It just proves that we love the same shit. We love when the thing we love is another one.
Dude, look at number 11. That's surprising. Holy crap.
What's number 11?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense because that was like a fucking phenomenon at the time. That was like literally like the only thing that was like tied to a TV show and a video game and a movie at the same time.
But that one is notoriously
So yeah,
like,
exactly.
for the reasons that you actually hated, which was that game was fucking broken and
Yeah, it
hard.
was just broken.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these games were like they don't know how, like there wasn't enough memory in the cartridge for it to be like like 80 levels or whatever.
There's enough like it's the same amount of that it's like an email these days. That's how much memory that they
Exactly.
start to do.
Dude. So by 1990, 3.5 million copies of Super Mario 2 were sold in the United States. So So that's 3.5 million in the United States and then 7.46 million worldwide. So, and someone at Nintendo was like, "Trust me, let's just reskin this fucking thing and put Mario in there and all the Mario characters."
But it was Nintendo America, I think, wasn't it?
It
The
did
choice.
say,
I'm pretty sure there was some dude. It was the CEO of Nintendo America. I'm pretty sure called for the change on it.
"Wow, incredible." Cuz he was like, "Dude, we're not going to get this shit. Like we're not getting people aren't going to like a really hard like an
Mhm.
even harder like Mario game. Like let them just go back to Mario 1."
Yeah, so here it is. Nintendo of America found this sequel too similar to its predecessor and its difficulty too frustrating for the nascent American market. This prompted a second Super Mario Bros. Sequel based on Yumi Kojo Doki Doki Panic, Nintendo's
Bless you.
1987 family computer disk system game, which had been based on a prototype platforming game and released as an adventure game for Fuji Television at the Media Expo in 87. The characters, enemies, and themes in Doki Doki Panic have the mascots and theme of the festival and have the mascots and theme of the festival and were adapted to the Super Mario theme to make a Western Super Mario Brothers sequel. So there you go.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how much Mario Brothers 2 was when it released.
Trying to figure out what?
How much Super Mario Brothers 2 cost when it came out?
Dude, all of games back then, they were 40 to 50 to $60.
Interesting.
I remember
Okay.
they were not cheap.
Let me try. How much was Super Mario Bros. 2 when it came out? God, I literally have to talk to it like it's a fucking child. It was released. The game cost approximately $20 to $30 at launch. Okay, so yeah. And then it said the equivalent cost for a $20-$24 would be between 50 and 75 adjusted for inflation. So if it was $30 and it sold 7.46 million copies, that's a lot of money, Joe.
Yeah, they and that yeah, swimming in it. And but look at number one. Super Mario was what, 40 million?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if those numbers are tied into it being paired with the console at the time, but people don't realize how big Nintendo was back then, how it just like swept the frickin'
Yeah.
world.
Because
People were buying.
arcade games were fucking cool and you wanted to play arcade games at home.
Yep. Yep. Simpler times, my
All
friends.
right. Well, anyway, I've been playing Diablo 4. And I don't know, you played any of the Diablo games? You weren't a PC guy, really.
I 2'd and 3'd. Yeah.
You 2'd and 3'd. So 2 is like just, I mean, 1 and 2 are like fucking masterpieces. I never played 3, but I have it on my PC. And then my brother got me Diablo 4 like maybe like 3 years ago or something, like whenever it came out on consoles.
Mm-hmm. Hack and
And I
slash, hack
just
and slash.
hack and slash, dude, total hack and slash. What do they call those? Those are like
Reward
top
system,
down.
dopamine, just like, oh, I got more treasure.
That's what it is, dude, because it is. It's the same thing over and over again. And it's really the kind of game where you could just play it. The reason why I got back into Diablo is because I was looking for co-op games for my girlfriend and I to play, like couch co-op games. And we've kind of been through them all. It Takes Two and Little Big Planet.
Oh,
And
my kids are playing Split Fiction right now.
how is it? I heard it's good.
They love it.
I didn't really. There's something kind of weirdly like too French Canadian about that. About It Takes Two. Like not to be like weirdly like
It's not American enough for
that
me.
is like there. I like I don't know how to explain it. It's like there's weird translations and like weird like performances. And you
Uh,
could,
I've watched the kids doing Split Fiction a little bit. It's pretty cool. You bounce between fantasy and sci-fi, and it just gets out there. But they're
so
laughing, they're having a great time.
but that so I can't speak on that one yet because I haven't really fucked with that one yet. But you've played It Takes Two.
I have not. Mm-mm.
Okay. There's just like I don't know, like it's something kind of bothers me about like the mocap performances too. Like do you know that it's like do you know anything about It Takes
Yeah, I
Two?
watched my kids play a little bit.
because it was also like a really bizarre story too. It was like the parents are getting a divorce,
They're like
and then
getting back together, like through this journey. They're like healing.
yeah, but there's like a lot of weird like divorce, borderline too serious divorce like topic like themes like they're arguing with each other and they're angry at each other and they're getting divorced and you're like kind of bummed out for like the first half of the game, and then it's like, oh, we lost our daughter, we need to find her in some toy world or something, and so they have to become like her little dolls or something to like save her, which is like whatever, fun video game concept. But there's just like this, like, I don't know, man, something about it just like there was something about the mocap of it all. Like, you've seen mocap where it's like so too expressively mocap. Like, people are like, "What do you mean? I would never do that to you," type stuff. Like, where they're like, like they like it's almost like that someone is directing them to be like, be super expressive because it'll translate really well to like the digital like performance. But it's like, but if for some reason I can't help but associate when there's like cutscenes in a video game with like if this was a movie or a TV show, and like if these performances would pass the movie or TV show performance
Mm.
like style. And there's a lot of like, don't even get me started with the fucking Resident Evil games, because that's like the worst fucking like voice acting I've ever heard in any game ever. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're just like, I'm not going to go in that room. There might be monsters in there.
I also
And,
played early Final Fantasies when they started doing actual
dude.
voice acting too, and you'd just kind of be like, I I roll so hard that your eyes fall out of your asshole.
That's the thing. It's like,
Oh, just gonna put those back. Boop.
the thing is like cinematic games that are like incredible and like, you know, like Half-Life and, you know, early games like Half-Life and what else? Like the Metal Gear Solid games have like
Sure.
really good voice acting. Like there's a lot of games where we've been spoiled with like incredible voice acting. I would say all the Naughty Dog stuff too, like incredible performances that would translate well to a TV
Santa
show or a
Monica
movie.
Studios,
Santa
God of War.
Monica Studios,
Yeah.
yeah, the God of War stuff, like the incredible voice acting. But when there's a game that's like, we've just been spoiled. We've just been too
Yeah.
spoiled by games with like incredible performances and incredible like whatever.
So if it's a little off, it takes you out, and you're saying
Yeah,
the game took you out because it just
yeah.
there. Okay.
It's just my thing. I mean, whatever. Like what you like. I'm not saying it's bad, but there's just something like, and then there's like weird translations, and the bosses would say things that would be like kind of like broken English type stuff, and I'm like, this is 2020. Like we're in the 2020s. Like,
Something
so
cute about
there's
it, dude. Stands out.
yeah, but there's no one taking a pass at this and being like, maybe not this.
I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. Didn't that game win Game of the Year that year? I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I played it with my girlfriend and I had a great time and whatever. But there was just something weirdly like, I was like, what is it with this game? And I went to like look into it and it's like French Canadian studio, blah 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 made this. And it's like largely a French kind of like
Huh.
production. And then when you beat the game, all the credits are like La Pierre Jupodo and like all these like French
Kind of
names.
fun. You never see that in games, really.
I know. It was kind of, I was just like, I mean, there could have been a pass where someone was like, let's fix up some of
But
this stuff a little bit.
sometimes the budget is just not there. It's
I
like
just fucking hate those frogs,
those,
Joe.
localization ain't gonna happen because of those inhibitors over there.
Uh,
Inhibitors.
yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, okay, so Diablo 4. So I jumped into Diablo 4 because I wanted to do a couch co-op game with my girlfriend, and I like kind of went down the list of shit already, and I was like, I just don't know if my girlfriend's gonna like all this RPG shit and all this like, because there's so much character leveling, character stat type shit that like you don't really need to like fully like immerse yourself in, but in order to like have the best experience you got to like make crystals and add sockets to all your armor and like put crystals in your sockets and make potions and level up your character, and the character level up tree is like overwhelming. There's all these like options and shit, and so like it's it's a very involved game, but I'm having a great time, Joe.
Loving it. Okay, because I think I heard mixed reviews about Diablo 4.
Yeah, I guess it get to a point in the game where the story just like takes like an absolute shit and it kind of like really disappointed
They're
people. And I
like,
think
psych, you're fighting Christ. Woo!
or it's like now you're Jesus. You have to like get disciples. It's like, wait, what? What?
Turns into a total indoctrination game.
Here we're sending you locations to the nearest Christian church for you to like go
In
and
order
talk
to
to a
get your
priest.
in order to get the amulet of Slamington, you need to go to this address in real life on Sunday.
At 9 a.m.
Bring your tithe.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten to that part yet, but I'm really just playing it kind of like where I talk to friends in voice chat while I play, or like
Oh, fun.
I'll listen to music or a podcast or something because it is very hack and slash. But there and the dopamine you get, yeah, it's like yeah, I beat that fucking guy.
I
It's
think one
like,
of the most satisfying like mini moments in like all gaming history is when a pile of gold falls on the
dude,
ground.
that
It
sound.
goes ching.
And it's just and it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars of coin just like right in
Very
front of you.
yeah, it's very Gauntlet. Remember
It
Gauntlet back?
is Gauntlet. I love Gauntlet. I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Well, what I'll say is that with Diablo 4, it can get very difficult. Like I'm at a point now where I'm like almost level 50 and I'm like fucking like super
Brag.
strong.
Ooh.
I put the time in, Joe.
I
But
forget. Diablo, do you get to pick your class? Are you a certain type?
yeah, I'm a necromancer right
Nice.
now.
Nice. You just high
Yeah.
fiving all those demons down there, like, I
That's right. What's up, dead guys? I'm also evil and gross. But there's something about Necromancer I really like, which is, a lot of these dungeons are like fucking so huge and they're like overwhelming with fucking hell demons. And with Necromancer, you always have like these skeleton army guys with you.
it's doing the work.
Yeah, or at least helping you. And like
Yeah.
it doesn't you don't feel so alone in there with all these guys. Like if Hollow Knight had a mode where I could have like 3 or 4 like equally powerful versions of myself with me, like killing all the other enemies in the room. I would love that. Or even better, a multiplayer mode. Let me bring you in, Joe, and that way we can work together and fucking beat these
The other
bosses.
thing on screen, dude. Good God,
I
imagine.
know.
I'd get
I
so
know.
confused. So confused. But you're enjoying it. That's good. Dungeon
I'm
crawl.
enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I'm playing with my boy Jesse Stillwell, and we're having a great time. And yeah, it's good. And Haley loves it. Like I got her
Yay.
playing it for a couple hours on the weekend before she went off on her trip,
The
and she was like,
necromancer.
she actually is her character is a sorcerer.
Hell yeah. You guys are the magic couple. Just
We're a
doing
magic. Yeah,
together. I love that.
we're doing magic in the game, and we're doing magic in the bedroom, Joe.
Nice. Like cards and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Paper cuts everywhere. All
Rabbits.
right. Shall we say goodbye?
Let's do it.
Oh, Joe, here's something you might not have realized, which was actually kind of cool and something that's kind of a plug for me, or definitely is a plug for me. But Whitney Moore and I are making a movie. We're making a little short film,
Hey.
and we're going to start shooting it on Tuesday this upcoming week. We're very excited. She wrote it for me, which is flattering and making me feel all sorts of warm heart stuff.
You need to do more of this stuff. I'm glad she's getting you doing that.
I know, dude. And I think it really is her being like, you need to do more of this stuff. So I'm just going to write you this thing.
You need to find Steve 5.0. Like I'm
I
waiting
think
to
you're right.
figure out what the next you thing is, and maybe this is going to jumpstart it.
I think so too. I think there's a couple of versions. There's actually a Steve 5.0 coming up that is going to be an interesting evolution. I'm working on some stuff that we're probably going to launch at the end of October that will be really cool, that I'm really excited about, and I'm hoping it works out. And it's a collaboration from a few folks, and I'm really excited about it. But this thing is very cool. It's more immediate. We're doing it this week. It's very cool. Whitney Moore wrote the script, and it's her and I are the stars of it, and it's very fun. It's very good and very weird and funny and very Whitney and very me. But something you should know, Joe, or let me plug it really quick. There's a website, steveyouNextWhitney.com, and it's because the movie is called See You Next Tuesday, which I think you know what that is, right, Joe? when someone
The
says see you next
yes,
Tuesday?
yes, yes.
Okay, so and it's about a woman who is very much a see you next Tuesday type person. But
Say the website again.
SteveUNextWhitney.com. And
Yeah.
if you and if you go there, you'll see a beautifully designed, easy to navigate website by Jesse Stillwell, our good pal, who has lent his incredible coding and computer nerd abilities to make this really cool website where you can check out what the movie's about, who's involved, and if you're feeling inclined, and if you're able to, there's a place to donate to help us make this thing because it's not cheap or
Because
easy to make
production
movie.
is expensive and annoying.
So expensive and annoying, and we have a lot of post-production stuff, and we want to get it into festivals, and all that stuff costs some money, and we're just hoping that there's some folks out there that are able to and want to support independent artist creations. But the thing I wanted to tell you, Joe, is that this past week we actually had Matthew Mercer from Critical Role
Oh,
on our Valleyfolk Twitch channel.
oh, I didn't even realize he's a sweetie.
He's so sweet and he's so nice. And Whitney asked him if he would come and read the script with us. And so we did a live script read through on the Twitch channel. And
Crazy!
Matthew,
I didn't know you were doing it. You got to tell me next time.
I know, I was like, this is just happening so fast. And it's so funny. And I'm like, and Joe and Elliott don't even realize right under their noses, we've
Yeah.
got like Matthew Mercer in our
One of the
clutches.
one of the current kings of the internet.
Yeah, I know, truly. And he's just like an incredible human. Like the
So
guy
nice.
is just
I worked with him at React for a video.
isn't he so he's just I
Their whole
can't
group.
all of
There-
them.
there's a
Yeah.
reason that they are who they are, and
Yes.
at the risk of bringing up the past, like they're very what we all had in early SourceFed. They're just a group of friends
It's
hanging out,
just magic.
making good content, making each other laugh, and making it work. And there's a reason you want to hang out with them. They have the jackass
Mhm.
down to a science. They
Mhm.
laugh together. You want to laugh with them, and they make good stuff. So, yeah, super happy with how they've done. But
I
yeah,
know. Incredible. And they're the most welcoming people too. Like they're very like, "Oh, come sit with us," like kind of people.
again, at the risk of sounding gross, hopefully this is a little bit of like a you opening the door into that world because you'd be so good on any of their shows.
Dude, I honestly, I think I would have a panic attack if they asked me to come do something because they're the way that they do things are just so I would be so afraid to fuck something up. Like I would be so afraid to fuck up
Yeah,
in some way.
you'd be fine.
Be-
They'd make it again. I think it's they're so. I think the point of that type of content is taking the fuck ups and
oh,
having.
for sure, for sure. Yeah.
You'd be amazing. I hope you get a chance. That'd be cool.
Thanks, man. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm just happy to be friends with him and I'm happy to be seen as someone that uh it would be no problem to just come like hang out with on a stream and read a
You need
script
to
with and
start. You need to start getting back in the game, dude. And this is I love that I'm hearing this from you because, if I'm being honest, I've been a little worried about my Steve boy. And I know you've had some hard times mental with what the next move is. You were even kind of talking about it earlier, like being 40 and going into our 50s. Like, what do you do? What's the next version of yourself
hmm
fucking world? And maybe it's taken some time, but you need to be entertaining people and you need to be confident in doing that. So I hope this is the first step onto um, a new path for you.
well, thank you, Joe. That means a lot to me, man. Like I'm not done yet. Like I'm really
Yeah,
not.
I
Like
hope not.
we've been buried and beaten down like quite a bit by so many things and so
The
many
world is exhausting.
the world is exhausting and I really did feel like I was done for a while there and like just the what it takes to maintain any semblance of success in this industry is like
The
something that's
grind.
not for everybody and
Yeah.
I really felt like there was an opportunity for me to have blown up in a big way or for us to have blown up in a big way and it just wasn't in the cards for whatever reason or maybe the efforts were put into areas where they shouldn't have been or maybe more effort should have been put into more important areas, but the problem is that there's just so many options and opportunities and things like that, and then you learn what it takes to like make it work, and trying to take matters into your own hand and grow something is like really scary and hard and
Yeah.
different and difficult, and um but and it can lead you to feeling like, man, I just can't do this, like I can't do it, I certainly can't do it alone, and I've tried, and maybe I just don't have it in me, but I think like what I will say is that like I'm definitely not done. I have more things to do and more things to say, and I do want to just entertain people, Joe, and I want to make people laugh and do funny joke shit, and hopefully that leads to living comfortably with my beautiful girlfriend and my cat that's around here somewhere, and have my friendships, and just enjoy my life for like, you know, having being able to make people laugh and live comfortably off of that. And it's still something that I think I'm able to do, Joe.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm
Yeah.
still like working. I'm not just like withering away, which I certainly could have and did for a while. But yeah, you can't just let the evils and hardships of the world keep you in a state of inactivity and stasis and routine. You have to like follow what you think will make you happiest, and follow what would be best for you and your family and the people around you, and yeah, for me it's like just doing this kind of shit, and I'm so thankful for people like Whitney and like you guys and Mike and Owen and Jesse and all these people in my life that are like, let's do some shit, let's make some shit, because without that I feel like I would be kind of lost, you know. So but yeah, I think I'm finding stuff. I somehow always find myself in some new places where I just take a chance and I go for it and I do it. Like I just did this little short animated stop motion animated thing. This guy just reached out to me on Instagram,
Oh,
and I have to
fun.
pull and was like, "Hey man, like this is really weird, but do you think you might be interested in being the voice of like a stop motion animated flamingo? Like I don't really have any money and I don't have anything, but here's some stuff that I've done." And he showed me like his stuff and it looks so cool, and stop motion animation is like I've always loved it. His name is John Fryer, and he's a
What
stop
a
motion
what a
artist.
I love that. Do you want to voice a stop motion?
Yes, and I don't even care if there's money involved. That sounds so awesome. But yeah, check out John Fryer, and he made this short called Flamingo that I did the voice of, and it's really good. So yeah, I'm out there, Joe. I'm still
Yeah.
got some energy in me, dude.
Keep getting it. Chase it.
Thank you,
That
dude.
fire, dude.
I appreciate you, Joe, and thank you for the kind words, and I appreciate your support.
All the time. I mean, I will not be watching your movie or giving you any of my fucking hardware.